his friends went to the banks of the river Yamuna to graze the cows. The heat was so intense that day. Some of Krishna's friends and cattle felt so thirsty as they wandered on their own to the banks of the river Yamuna. Close by the banks of the river Yamuna, there was a lake called Madhu. A great many hooded serpents took residence over there. He was very large and his poisons were extremely strong. So strong that all the trees around the lake except the Kadamba tree dried up and died. Even birds flying across the lake would die because of the poison fumes. Some of Krishna's friends and cattle drank water from that lake and fell down dead. Krishna soon found out that his friends had not returned after quenching the thirst. Krishna saw that all his friends were lying down as though they were dead. Krishna's anger knew no bounds. Krishna stood looking around. Now we will see the story of the Kadamba tree. It was a tall and sore tree which did not have its limbs scorched by the poison. Garuda, when he brought the golden vessel of nectar, rested in the tree. And that was why the Kadamba tree was not affected with Kaliya's poison. Krishna started to climb the Kadamba tree. When his tiny feet touched the tree, green leaves sprouted out. It was a glorious sight with sweet-smelling flowers. The children who were watching were horrified and went and reported to Nanda and Yashoda. Everyone rushed to the spot and thought that they should not have allowed Krishna without the protection of Balaram. In spite of the many miracles caused by Krishna, they still could not understand that Krishna was Lord Narayana himself. Only Balarama knew who Krishna was and the purpose of his birth. Krishna dived into the lake, and with his dive, the waters began to come to life. Soon waves were created in the placid lake. Kaliya soon found out that his calm was being disturbed. Kaliya looked and saw a boy with a lovely mole on his chest, a beautiful face with a divine smile playing on it. Kaliya caught hold of Krishna and tried his best to tighten his hold. But Krishna easily slipped out of his coils. Kaliya opened his 5 hooves with a desire to stick him with all his fangs. Here, there, Krishna was everywhere. Kaliya chased him with his hooves upright. Kaliya's eyes were spitting fire. Kaliya's mouth was spitting poison. The game went on for a while. Suddenly, Krishna leaped into the sky and landed right on the heads of the snake. Krishna stood on one head of the snake and Kaliya tried to sting him with the other foe. Quickly, Krishna would jump into the other head. Krishna soon began dancing on the heads, and the shining gems on the heads of Kaliya were lit up. When Kaliya tried to rise up her head, Krishna would stamp it and subdue it. Kaliya now realized was none other than Lord Narayana himself and prostrated mentally. His wives prayed to Krishna to spare the lives of their husbands, as said in the Bhagavatam sloka. Namastupyam Bhagavate Purushaya Mahatmane Bhutavasaya Bhutaya Paraya Paramatmane Nama Krishnaya Ramaya Vasudeva Sudaya Cha Pradyumnaya Niruddhaya Yes, the wife said that you are the Supreme Lord. You are the Supreme Lord. Your job is to subdue the wicked, and you have done that now. Kaliya has also accumulated a lot of punya in some previous birth, or else how could he have the good fortune of your lotus seed planted on his head? Can anyone be more lucky than Kaliya? After touching your feet, no one desires heavenly bliss or the status of Brahma. That bliss has been granted to her husband. You are the ocean of affection and forgiveness. We are thirsty for a drop from that ocean. Please, please spare our lives of our husband. Krishna jumped off Kaliya's head. Kaliya breathed with great difficulty. Holding Krishna's palms together, Kaliya said, "Oh Lord, it's hard for anyone to abandon the dread disease called I. It is ego which is the destroyer of all living beings. But you have cured me, and I know who you are, and will never return to my old nature again." Krishna said, "Kaliya, you're forgiven. You must not stay here anymore. Go back to where you came from." Krishna saw that Kaliya was silent and smiled and said, "Kaliya, I know what's worrying you. In the Ramanaka island, there's a dread of Garuda, and that is what is worrying you. But just to assure you, when Garuda sees my footprints on your head, he will not harass you anymore." Hearing this, Kaliya crawled off and left the Madhu lake. Soon the waters became sweet and pure, and the Gopas and Gopis rejoiced when they saw Krishna emerging from the lake like the full moon after the eclipse. Anyone who listens to the story will never be afraid of snakes. Thank you.